Hey guys, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we'll be reacting to part 3 of The Well. Anyway, aside from me not wearing a shirt because it's very hot and testing out when YouTube thinks this isn't suitable content for YouTube, blah blah blah, mainly because I'm not wearing a shirt, while I'm literally hiding hentai artworks occasionally in the thumbnail. But yeah, you know, I mean, seriously, I do that from time to time just for fun. But you know, that's why I found the reason why they removed the thumbnail from the video I made on my birthday hilarious, because that was just a woman in a swimsuit. I mean, technically it's a succubus in a swimsuit, but you get the point. Anyway, let's press play and see what's gonna happen, shall we?
The bandits, now in full control, relocated their camp from the top of the hill to the center of the village. They brought their other prisoners down with them and led them into the main building to be with the others. This was so they could keep them all in one place for the purposes of security and sorting. Two of the bandits huddled them all together in one room and kept a watchful eye over them while the others made one of the ladies cook for them. As hungry as the women and children were, they didn't dare ask for anything to eat.
Probably a good
The
thing.
bandits spent the following several hours eating, drinking, and planning which of their prisoners would be coming with them, and which would have to be disposed of. Later into the night, the bandits began to fall extremely ill. Some of them
Wonder
suffered
why.
horrific stomach cramps which near crippled them with pain.
Let me guess, they
Others
used the
felt
water
so
in the
nauseous
well.
they began to vomit violently and could not
I
stop
mean, there's
until
a
the
dead body
entire
in there,
contents
so
of their
it's
stomachs
probably not a
had
good
been
idea to drink
expelled.
that water.
One, who was less affected than the others, accused the lady who cooked the food of poisoning them and told one of the men to take her outside and kill her. She vehemently
they
denied
did.
the accusation. However, with a lack of any evidence to the contrary, her pleas fell on deaf ears, and she was led outside to be murdered in cold blood.
I mean, the way that guy looks, he's probably planning something else first.
The
But
food
that's not
was fine.
something you should mention on
Their
YouTube.
sickness was in fact caused by the water they had drunk when they set up their camp at the well.
Called it.
The little girl's stepfather's bowels had released when he died, and the water was tainted.
AKA
with
he
feces.
shit himself. Nice scream.
A blood-chilling scream came from outside, and the women and children held each other, hoping that they wouldn't have to share the same fate, and that this ordeal would soon be over. To
No.
their surprise, the lady came running back into the building, clearly having been spooked by something. Behind her, the bandit slowly stepped back into the room and stood still. Blood began to drop
He has no
onto the
head,
floor,
does he?
followed by the bandit himself, revealing a large, deep slash to his back.
One of the men survived.
Two bandits reached for their swords and slowly pulled themselves to their feet.
But
In the doorway, a lone samurai walked into the light and stared them down. On the previous day, when the villager had seen the bandits in their camp, he indeed raised the alarm with the others so that they could prepare, but he also headed off to the nearest town in order to get help. Fortunately for him,
Huh.
he met a samurai along the way. The bandits rushed at him, but they were no match, and with two swift slices, he had killed them both.
apparently cut them in half too.
The
Guess
women
they're
saw this
half
as
a
their
man
opportunity
now.
to rise up, and they wasted no time overpowering the remainder of the bandits, slaughtering them all with uncompromising rage and violence.
And chopsticks. I always
All
knew those things are
Except
dangerous.
for one. One had taken the little girl and threatened to slice her throat if they didn't let him go. The little girl had other ideas. She pulled something from inside her clothes and stabbed the bandit right in the neck, severing his jugular vein, which caused blood to erupt from his wound and his quick death to follow. He was dead.
In a matter
They
of
were all
seconds.
dead. The samurai then noticed something very interesting about the object that the little girl had stabbed the bandit with.
Yep.
He picked it up and held it out to her. "This hairpin, where did you get this?" he asked. She explained that she took it from her dead stepfather when she was trapped in the bottom of the well. "Do you know who this belongs to?" he asked.
A monster.
No. She said. "It bears the imperial seal," he told her. "It's extremely valuable. You'd better come with me." With no energy left to argue or fight, she submitted.
She's gonna die, ain't she? Or it's a happy end.
They travelled for several days, over
I'm
which
hoping
the
on the
samurai
happy
took
end.
good care of her,
Hey, look, Mount
ensuring
Fuji.
she would reach the imperial palace
If
clean and well fed.
I'm correct there. Probably not.
The palace was unlike anything she had seen in her entire life. It was so beautiful and yet so terrifying at the same time. She had no idea what was going to happen next, and felt she was either going to be imprisoned for
Kinda.
her crime of stealing, or worse, executed. She was taken inside
Or
its
she's
walls to a
she
beautiful
gets
garden,
adopted
where a woman
and
stood alone under a pagoda. She was asked to take the hairpin to her and explain
You know,
herself.
maybe she'll get
As she
adopted.
presented the hairpin,
and
the
live happily
princess
ever
was
after.
overcome with joy. She told the little girl of how she lost it down a well when she had stopped for a drink while traveling with her soldiers. She couldn't retrieve it at the time as they were needing to move quickly, but she had regretted it horribly and sent one of her samurai to get it. This was the same samurai who saved the little girl and her village. She hugged the little girl and thanked her for returning the pin
Come
to
on,
her,
happy end, happy
pin
end.
that had once belonged to her mother.
Come on.
She said she could have anything in return, at which point the girl replied she just wanted to be loved.
Come on, happy end.
And she was, for the rest of her days, in the safety and security of the palace walls.
Aww. The end. Happy end, I guess. I mean, yeah, that's it for The Wall. Or, the well, god damn it. I mean, being dyslexic ain't all that fun, but it creates some hilarious moments, you know? Especially if you make especially if you make YouTube videos like I do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video of whatever I'll be making. So yeah, bye.